Live to the point with Paul and Kesha.
Live to the point. If you can't get to the point of it, then what's the sense in it? Live to the point. If you can't get to the point of it, then what's the sense in it? With Paul and Kesha, 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 Paul
Yes. We are live. We are back. It is Live to the Point with Paul and Kesha. And if you can't get to the point of it,
then what's the sense of it?
There is my lovely, dutiful host. Dutiful.
Oh, I do it.
You do it.
I did it.
You did it? You do it? Okay, what you doing?
I doing the show.
You're doing the show. Okay, yeah, we are doing the show this week. Yes, we are live right here on Sensational Sounds Radio.
Yay.
Yes, and of course y'all know that are listening to us here live. We do play the sounds of music that are smooth for your soul, your mind, and your spirit. 24/7, 365 days of the year. And, you know, we have some great programming over here. So you want to make sure that you tune in. Just go right over to sensationalsoundsradio.net. And you can find all of our programming and everything over there. We do have a guest book coming soon. So please do keep your eye out for that and go over and sign our guest book. Put in your requests for music, programming, and we will make sure that we will do our best to get those requests for you. But tonight, we are so excited. We have a dear friend of ours, co-worker, that has been such a great blessing to us. And just a little plug, her and Miss Kesha are going to be coming out very soon in 2019 with the show. So keep your ears open. I'm not going to give that much of a blast, but I'll just tell you it has something to do with the bottle. Mm-hmm. So take it from there.
There's a lot of ways you can take that.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways you can take that. But if you want to find out more, keep your eyes peeled and your ears open for coming announcements about that show. Now, who's going to be on the show with her? Well, our guest tonight, Miss Arlene, and she's probably going to hit me in the head because before we sent her off to the green room, I didn't say, how do you pronounce your last name? So I'm going to try here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to spell it and let Kesha say it.
Let her say it and don't jack it up.
It's M-C McGuire. I think it's
McGuire?
McGuire. That's the mystery that we're going to find out.
That's the mystery solved on Live to the Point tonight.
Yeah, that's the mystery tonight. It sounds kind of French. It could be Caribbean, could be Italian, could be Jamaican, man. Well, see, the thing is that she's got many voices, so we don't know. We don't know.
So she can change her voice up and sound totally different.
Yes. She can do that. She can.
She's a voice chameleon.
Well, actually, what she is she is a professional voiceover.
Oh.
Yes, she does voiceovers. She's a voiceover artist, and she's heard, of course, on our station quite often on the Urban Sound Suite with DJ Matt Houston. She is also a narrator, an audiobook podcaster, and she is a book author also. And her book is called Hanging Out in Quiet. And she's also an artist with abstracts and acrylics and oils and using alcohol ink. Ooh-wee, I'm getting drunk just thinking about it. Now, her quotes, she has quite a few quotes that she likes. She says, "Nothing is impossible. The word itself says I'm possible." That is by Audrey Hepburn. And then she also likes this quote, "The eye see only what the mind is prepared to comprehend." And that is from a French philosopher. And this is one of my favorites. "Do unto others as you would have them to do unto you." Yes, the old English version. And last but not least, power corrupts absolutely. Power corrupts absolutely. So we are just so excited to have Miss Arlene here with us this evening on Live to the Point with Paul and Kesha here on Sensational Sounds Radio. Now, a little bit about her book, Hanging Out in the Quiet. Hanging Out in the Quiet is a collection of original poems and the stories that contribute to them. They are meant to welcome you into a world of our guest here this evening, Arlene, and help you to find yourself in the words. You will be entertained, inspired, enlightened with poems such as Dreams of Youth, which shares the journey of a young girl dreaming of her future, and A Touching Encounter, a poem about simplifying a relationship dispute. Now, these stories pay homage to loved ones and encourage readers to pursue their purpose and passion and live life to the fullest. Now, Arlene grew up in Harlem, New York, with her family, who all came to the United States from Jamaica, West Indies. I was right. I got one of my picks right. As a young person, she loved words, including reading and writing essays, which allowed her mind to take flights of fancy and sharing for others to enjoy. In addition to her dream of being a writer, Arlene desired to be a voiceover artist, which she achieved as a podcaster narrator in the vertical reading room. In her spare time, Arlene enjoys painting and spending time with her grandchildren. She and her husband reside in the Atlanta area. But we have her here in our green room with us today, and we are so glad that she has taken the time out of her busy schedule to be with us. Arlene, welcome to Live to the Point with Paul and Kesha.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
So now, the first thing we're going to do, that we're going to get to the point of, and if we can't get to the point of it,
Then what's the sense of it?
We're going to find out. How is the last name pronounced? Was I close?
Yeah, you were both. I think you hit it though on the head. It's McGuire. Yeah, and while you were talking, I looked it up. It's Irish Scottish, but that's my husband's name. My birth name was Markland, so I'm Arlene Markland McGuire. I dropped the Markland after I. But it's McGuire.
Okay. Well, I have Irish Scottish on my mom's side.
Well, see, affinity with him. Yeah.
Okay. Yes. So we are just so excited to have you here, woman of menti. Sound like Medea. Menti. I'm a little menti here. Many talents.
She wears a coat of many colors.
Yes. Well, I tell you, the paintings are very colorful, so I could see her wearing a coat of many colors because, when she's painting, she's probably in her own zone and has her little painter's coat on and has many colors on it, I'm sure. She's laughing because she knows I'm probably telling the truth. Oh, goodness. But she is, I can say just from knowing her and working with her, the both of us, she is a very colorful person. And her spirit is just, oh, my goodness, it can overtake you with joy, with her pleasantness, her peace, and her laughter is just contagious. Yes, that laughter of hers is contagious. But we're here to interview her, not talk about her. So, Miss Arlene, first question going out the bat. What made you decide to go into voiceover? How did you discover you could, because I'm assuming you can make your voice sound all kind of different ways. In fact, I know because I've heard. But what made you do that? What possessed you?
I didn't have. Actually, the most funny thing about that is the voice you hear now is the exact voice my mom had, and in her time had no idea what voiceover was. And as the years came up and I got into my 20s, 30s, somewhere along the line, someone said, you should be on the radio. And in 1988, I ventured out to start getting some training, and I just continued on. It's just been endless training and secured, a few things over the years. But when your life dictates that you do a 9 to 5 and then you come home and you do another 9 to 5, you don't get to do voiceover a lot. So it's really only now way up here that I have a different kind of schedule that I was able to do more things. And when the vertical reading room came up, I was just ecstatic because audiobooks is an area that I wanted to try doing, and I was given that opportunity to read books and create my own podcast and everything. So that was a wonderful experience.
Audiobooks. Now, we're going to have to keep that in our back pocket, honey. I did not even think about that.
Oh, yes. I read Barbara Berry, author Barbara Berry's Clothesline Blues. Awesome story, and it was well received. That platform at Vertical Life Magazine is being revamped, so there's maybe a chance to do something else with them. But I had to stop at that time. Yeah, but it was wonderful.
Well, we have a book that we're working on, so that's what I was telling my wife. We have to put that in our back pocket because I know one of the things that she's definitely going to want to have done with the book where she's blind is to have it done audio. She's very big on telling people to do audio books.
Okay. So, well, please keep me in consideration for that.
Now, please. We'll talk to you after the call because we're going to lay you out for making that comment. Miss Kesha, come on, darling.
Where are we going?
I mean, we can hang up and go have dinner if you like. But we have a guest here, so, you know, we can't leave her hanging in the green room by herself, you know. So we hang up. We all going out to eat. You know, we'll go on over to It's All About Cooking. we barely got to finish that meal.
Well, I did want to ask you, with your artistry, how old were you when you decided that art was something that you wanted to pursue? I mean, even with your voice, that's an artistry also, besides painting. When did you figure out, was it as a kid or as a young woman, as an adult, as a mother?
65 years
55?
old.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
I tell you how that's an awesome story. My mom, who was handicapped in her left arm, she could not use it all her life, brought me a painting she did at the Senior Citizen Center, and it was of two birds on a tree, on the limb of a tree, and I just fell out. I loved this thing, and I put it up in my room. She wanted me to have it, and nothing. I thought nothing of it. My father was a commercial artist in all his life, and so he did a lot of drawing and lettering, and he did a mural in her apartment in the Bronx in New York. So the art was there. I never thought about it. And then when my mother gave that to me, it was, oh, that's beautiful. Well, I retired and ended up bored to tears. And I thought, what am I going to do? And Michael's is a hobby store near to my home. I don't remember what prompted the visit to Michael's. And I bought some paint. And I came home. I was on Pinterest, and somebody had a DIY of something of how to work with alcohol paint, and then the alcohol inks came in later on. But yes, I retired in 2012, 13. I was in California. I came back home to Georgia and needed to do something, and the art came up, and it flourished. It just flourished.
Now, you are watching those fumes from the alcohol, right? You don't want to get drunk while you're painting, because there's no telling what it's going to turn out to look like after.
Oh, yeah, you could tell.
Goodness.
No, it has cost me at times. Even the fumes from the other solvents that you're using to do different things, I have to be mindful of that, Yeah.
I mean, if you just imagine when you, I've noticed it just opening a daggone magic marker, what do they call them? Oh, my goodness. It's like, woo. Okay. Legal high. But so what we're going to do here real quick, we're just going to take a quick station break. Now, special for our station breaks today, we're going to hear some of Arlene's radio drops and voiceovers. So hold on to your hats. This is actually a station break for Sensational Sounds Radio, but done by yours truly, Miss Arlene. And we'll be right back. So don't leave. Stay right here with us at Sensational Sounds Radio with To The Point Live with Paul and Keisha.
When you tune in to Sensational Sounds Radio, you'll hear music you enjoy from artists you know and love listening to, such as Mark Stagger's So Amazing. Thou art worthy. Tina Campbell, We Live In.
Let me go! T-Real! Shining bright, going hard.
Messina, you are.
You are Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. Jehovah mighty, strong tower. Yes, God, I'll be with you till the end.
So don't miss out on great music for your mind, soul, and spirit on Sensational Sounds Radio.
They like you. They really like you. I tell you, those of you that are listening live, I'm sure you were jamming just to that clip, and that's why you need to stay tuned in to Sensational Sounds Radio. Because we do have the best music, we have the best voiceovers, because we know the best people. So, Ms. Kesha, you have some more questions for our guest and Echo?
Oh, well, with your voice, did you ever use that when you were reading to your children when they were small?
Yes. That reading children's stories is a lot of fun, and I was able to do that with the grandchildren in California. So I had 2 opportunities to do that. Now I have a great grand. I can't wait to get to New York to read to him. I'm so excited. But, yeah, it's something I use. I wanted to say to you, Kesha, I've written down Voice Chameleon. I've not used that name. I think I'm going to find a place. I like that.
Oh, it's all yours.
Thank you kindly for that suggestion of how
that'll cost you $5,000. No, sir, just kidding. Oh, goodness.
And yes, one of the things I'm really happy for is I feel I'm using my mother's voice. I think I started to say that. She sounds just like this and had no opportunities to do voiceover, and here I am. And wherever she is, I know she's smiling. I know she's smiling.
Oh, wow.
Now, when we first got connected with Matt, and I'm sure you heard this before, and I just want to know how you address it, and how does it make you feel? Because I know with some women, Echo, with some women, they may find offense in it. And some of your voiceovers, you have that very deep voice and can be mistaken for a man's voice. How do you deal with that when say you're on the phone and someone says yes, sir?
It's more of an alto 2 voice, so that's a deeper range than alto 1.
Yeah. It's the funniest thing. Yes, I have lived with that all my life, and it doesn't go away. It doesn't offend me at all, not at all, because I understand that that's just what it is. That's what their hearing is telling them they're talking to. Okay, the funniest one, though, is when you're on the phone for whatever reason, the person asks you your name, and I say Arlene. I don't think Arlene is necessarily a man's name, ever.
No.
But when I say Arlene McGuire, and they write it down, okay, sir, so are you wanting, what is it? And I go, sometimes to tease them, I go, no, that was Arlene.
Arlene.
Yes, sir. And so what is your...
And I continue to do it, and that's when it can become irritating, because I've actually had it happen to me, and I'm like, I don't think I have a female voice, but I have had to make phone calls to when you're paying bills and whatever. And what was that account number again, ma'am? It's
or even the drive-through.
Yeah. Oh God. were in the drive-through one time, and I tell you, this person, I kept saying, "No, it's sir." "Okay, ma'am." "And what was that order again, ma'am?" "No, it's sir." "Yes, ma'am. How may we help you?"
Yeah.
So we're ordering sir up. That's what we don't want. That's what we want off the menu, sir.
Yeah.
And it's just
that tells us how much we're not listening.
Yes. So true.
It says, if I'm giving you the information, you're not responding to the information I'm saying to you. My name is Arlene. And although I may sound, my voice is deep and you're thinking, you're not reading the name. You're not making the association. It's amazing. But, yes, I've lived with it all my life. And
listening is fundamental.
Yeah, it's fundamental. And we can do it or not and still get going.
Wow. Now we are gonna kind of put you on the spot here. Let's see. Do me a snippet for Facebook in a French accent.
Wow, I don't speak French that well. Why did you choose French?
Being a voiceover person, I guess you got to kind of go with the flow. How about British? She's like, he's really testing me tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, Jamaican.
You're pulling out all the stops. Je ne sais pas. I'm not sure exactly what you want me to do, but when you come to the radio and you sit in front of a microphone, you have to understand how to say your words because the people listening to you must feel what you're saying.
The enunciation.
Top of my head.
I felt like I was right in the island there for a minute there. Okay. Now, have you ever been asked to do a voiceover as a male?
No, but I've put in for them all the time. Not all the time. On occasion, I remember doing that. You know, it's an easy thing for me to do. I just have to relax everything, and that it works for me that way. But I've not been asked, and I've not ever been hired to do that. No.
She said, I'm not looking hired to do that. No. So we won't ask you to do that tonight because we don't want to give anybody any ideas.
Thank you.
Now, how is it? How do you make your voice change to? I've actually heard another one, and I didn't even know it was you. And I'm talking to Matt. I said, Matt, who is that? I like that voice. That's really cool. You got another voiceover person? He said, that's Arlene. I said, really? Wow. So can you share that voice with our listeners here tonight?
I believe the content comes to you, and what it is you're saying or what you're doing just pretty much dictates, because if I'm around my family, then we're loud and boisterous. And sitting at home, talking to my husband, he says I sound like Bugs Bunny or Mickey Mouse.
Oh, Lord.
And when we go out and I start talking, and then he goes, see, they don't even know what I have to put up with you. I mean, Mickey Mouse and any one of those cartoon characters. I never thought that. But to change the register so you're hearing a different voice, it's simply a matter of relaxing and thinking of the next thing I'm going to say and figure out how I want you to respond when you're listening. And then if I get excited about something, let's do this way. I think it's going to work just fine. It's part of the things they teach you when you're learning to do voiceover, that if they want you to be conversational and you're talking to your best friend, and then you're not going to be so guarded, and you're not going to try to be too relaxed. So each of those requires something else. But it's just your mind at play.
So say someone was to ask you to do a timid, scared child voice, how would you portray that?
Mommy, I'm not really sure why I don't like this person. Mom, I just don't. What am I supposed to say? I don't know what to do, Mom.
Oh, I just want to hug you.
I know.
I want to tell you it's okay. You make it sound real. I mean, that's what it's supposed to sound like. Yeah, that was wonderful. I thought it was something when I used to do Donald Duck for my kids. Hey, you got me beat, sister girl.
Should we ask her to do Donald Duck? There we go.
Mom, what are you doing? What are you doing down there? I smell things cooking. What are you doing?
Oh. We need to get you on the next Frozen.
Yeah. Well, we're going to hear another sample of her voiceovers with our station break here. And we will be back. And when we come back, we have a delight for you. So hang in here with us. You are live at Sensational Sounds Radio with Live to the Point with Paul and Keisha and our very dear guest, Arlene.
Did you know that DJ Matt Houston and the Urban Sound Suite can now be heard on Sensational Sounds Radio on Friday nights at 7 p.m. Eastern Time? DJ Matt Houston will turn your weekend on with a special brand of soul, jazz, R&B, old school, and indie artist music for your listening pleasure. Now you know where you will be on Friday nights in the Urban Sound Suite on Sensational Sounds Radio.
That just makes you want to go over to Sensational Sounds Radio.
Listen to the radio.
It's like she draws you in. It's like, now you know
that
where you want to be. Yes.
That is truly a gift.
Truly a gift. Now, speaking of gifts, she has another gift, and I am so looking forward to this. We were up in the air about were we going to do it live, were we going to play it via MP3, but we have basically decided we're going to do this live, and I'm not sure what voice she's going to use, if she's going to use a sultry voice, a squeaky voice, a deep voice, but she is going to share with us tonight, and I hope we don't catch me snoring because I get so caught up in it. She is going to share with us one of her poems from her book that we spoke about earlier. And this poem is titled Vision. Now, before you share the poem, Arlene, tell us a little bit about this poem and what inspired you to write this book, and what do you want when you share the poem? What do you want our listeners to get out of this particular poem called Vision?
Vision happened. That's part of the story. All of this book has poems that I've written, and then I wrote a story behind it. But sometimes the story came first, and this one was one of those where in the news here there was a big hoopla about letters Dr. King had written, and a site here, and the children, and all this going on. And I never heard the end result of it, but it struck me as as powerful an individual as he was, as well as his wife, it comes down to haggling over finances with the folks that are left behind, and who doesn't want what or who wants to do what, and all that whole controversy just struck a chord in my heart, and so I sat down and wrote Vision. And what he brought and what he left, and so to hear this going on, I just couldn't agree with it or cotton to it, and felt that you people get that done, please. Get that, do it, and get it off the air. What's the other thing? Get it off the air. And the other part of that is, as I'm saying in the poem, is everyone around us has a vision inside them. It's a thing that we all look for. And it may be late, as mine was very late. I mean, voiceover was something I thought I could do well, but it didn't become something I truly wanted to do, a vision, until way down the years. And after being rebuffed for so many years, I gave up on it a few times, truthfully. And you keep going. See, that's the thing with vision and purpose. You cannot stop. You cannot stop. It's something that propels you. It's what you think about all the time, and you find a way. So I found a way over the years to keep my hands in and hear and go to classes and things like that, and webinar, build my little studio in my closet over there, and now dreams of doing other things. It just doesn't stop. And so vision, we always need visionaries. We need to have people take hold of what is deep inside and bring it forth. And in some way, shape, or fashion, share it, because it feels like you're dousing your own light, like, a candle, to put it out, that little thing that taps that flame. If every day you just keep shutting that flame off. And my book is really to drive people to take encouragement from my behavior with writing. I started so late, but I didn't even know I wanted to ever write anymore. School was fine, but as a grown-up, who has time for that? And I sat down and did these poems and made the little funny stories, and just to share and encourage. That's all any of what I do now is about. That's it.
Well, that right there just encouraged me, and you haven't even read the poem yet. Goodness gracious.
Wonderful.
I mean, it's so it can be so daunting in your older age when you realize that God has given you a vision. You still have that vision, and it hasn't gone away, and you work so hard to bring this vision forth. Yeah. And you see younger people that get a vision. It's like the vision's out there, and 2 days later, and it's booming and slamming and making waves, and we're still walking with our cane trying to get this vision going and looking for gas to get refilled.
Yes, indeed. Absolutely. That is true. It is. It's way harder, but the driving force for me was that when young people, I had a couple of younger friends that bought this book and responded to me in a little review, and it made them cry. Even some of my stepchildren and my children, and it was that is so great. And I'm like, I didn't even think that it would bring that response, because I feel like I'm just saying what's in my mind and what's in my heart, and if that's your response, yay! I'm really happy about it.
Well, I know our listeners are ready, and I know that we're ready. So cuddle up with your loved one. If you're listening with someone you love, gather your children, and let's hear from Arlene McGuire, Vision.
Thank you. Vision. The men and women of vision down the ages have come with strong desire to put humanity on a better path. We've read their stories. We've understood their dreams. We have taken up the battle cry and brought about drastic or quiet change. Today, we think of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and all he stood for. We recall his departure from this life, and we say, thank you for all you did. We are in hope that another visionary will tell our children a new story, represent a new cause to help mankind. This is not a race for the swift. This is not a race to glory. Instead, it should be a new message that drives us to treat each other as human beings, a message of hope. From the writings of history, recall the suffering and atrocities in this lifetime. We should do our utmost not to repeat these stories in newfangled fashion and dress. Let us seek man's humanity to man, lifting our race instead of continuing on this path of destruction. That's it.
Wow.
That's so meaningful.
Jesus. Paul speechless.
That's
powerful.
actually so meaningful.
Powerful. And just the way you articulate it when you read it, that makes it even the more powerful. I bow to you. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Hey,
you so much.
Y'all, go get her book. Go get her book. Arlene, where can they go get that book? Amazon, eBay,
Amazon. Yeah, Amazon.
Books A Million.
Wherever books are sold.
Yeah, wherever books are sold.
It's on Amazon right now. I think just under the title or by my name. It will. One of those, either of those, will bring it up. Yes. Great, and we will make sure Thank you for that.
for you all that are listening, it is posted on our. Live to the point with Paul and Keisha, and we will make sure that you have the link and you have her link if you want to hire her for some voiceovers. I tell you, she's very patient. She's very diligent in what she does. Now, don't come throwing pennies at her, please. This woman is a hard worker. Her work is worth every penny that you put into it. Now, I said pennies again, but you're going to have to put more than 2 or 3 pennies. If I find out you're throwing pennies, I'm going to come get you.
I know, right?
We don't promote stuff that's not good, that's not going to bless and enrich your business. So if you want your business blessed and enriched, you need to contact Arlene, even if it's just to have a conversation with her, because that will enrich and bless your life. I tell you, we've had conversations with her, and it's almost ended up like an all-day affair. And I'm telling you, after hearing that poem, Arlene, I just want you to read me bedtime stories every night.
Like, you could do that.
Yes, bedtime stories. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they have bedtime stories where people can listen to at night.
You could do bedtime story books.
But see, people aren't going to go to sleep. They're going to want to listen to the next line.
Yes,
and listen to the next line.
I was trying to get sleep.
I was trying to go to sleep, and I stayed up for the whole thing.
I heard 3 CDs already. But me, because Keisha and I used to do it, I really want to get back to it. We used to listen to they're now on CDs, but we listen to the books on tape.
That's how old we are, books on tape.
Don't give it away age here. And we would get halfway through it, and then you'd hear. and we'd have to rewind. And I don't think we
never
ever
got
finished
a
that
whole
one.
books on
Yeah,
tape.
and we were really trying to get through to that one because it was really good. I can't even remember which. It was a mystery something or another.
No, it's not really a. It's books on tape. It's not a book on 8-track.
No, it's books on tape, not 8-track. I ain't that old. Well. Hi.
Well.
All right, Arlene.
Let's go for that.
She chimed in there. Look, I have a button that can say click. Oh, goodness. But I tell you, we are so excited for what is coming down your path. We're so excited that you have taken the time out of your busy schedule, especially today. We just truly thank God for you. We thank God for the paths crossing through our house DJ, Matt Houston. DJ Matt!
Yes,
and, make sure you tune in tomorrow because it will be, and you will hear, it's Friday! And then, of course, we have Wind Down Wednesday. So, and, he is DJing for us all the way from the UK. And he is Sensational Sounds Radio DJ, and we just love him to pieces. We love him to pieces. See, Matt, even you got a plug, so, when you hear this show, you're here. We talked about you, man. We didn't
You're my
leave
DJ
you
crush.
out. Hold up.
I'm giving them a plug.
I'm giving them a plug.
Yes.
I'm your DJ husband, and I'm going to play some music around you. I'm going to play music around Matt.
And you can also hear Miss Arlene on his shows.
Yes, most definitely. And you can hear her just on Sensational Sounds Radio.
I'm very thankful. I'm very thankful for him as well. That's my plug because of him, this connection has
so
been
much
made.
more to come. So much more to come.
Looking forward.
As I said earlier, her and Miss Kesha are going to be doing a show on Sensational Sounds Radio. And I tell you, y'all, you're not going to want to miss it. It's going to be a hit show. I'm telling you. So just keep your ears and your eyes open. So, Arlene, we're going to get ready to transition up out of here soon.
Yes, thank you.
Kesha, any more questions for Miss Arlene or comments that you want to share with our listeners?
Well, like he said, soon coming down the river, we're going to have something about a bottle.
There's some more clues.
And we're excited about bringing it to our audience, and we're looking forward to bringing it to our audience, and we will be talking about basically everything.
There'll be some messages in there, huh?
Yes, it's going to be messages in the bottle. Don't you think, Miss Arlene?
I just need to add that I am so excited. I'm just so excited. This should have been something else, but the direction has taken a turn on me, and when presented with this idea and discussion with you, I was just so thankful. So I'm very excited.
And I tell you, listeners, the thing about Miss Arlene, her humbleness just exudes her. When we've been talking to her, she's like, okay, well, I have to get off the phone now because I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm so excited. I'm just so overwhelmed. I got to process this. And that's nothing but humbleness.
Ooh, yes.
I mean, and that is so rare and so hard to find a person that humbled. That they let it exude out of them. So this is, I know it may seem, they're just lifting this person up, but when you come across a person like this, you got to give them their props. You got to put them out there because this is a special kind of person, and it is really rare. I mean, I know Kesha and I are a special kind of people. We special.
Indeed.
We special.
We are nutty as fruitcake, but that's special too. So if you come on this show, just know you're in for a treat. But Arlene, we have enjoyed having you here so much. And we look forward to, what God is doing in 2019 for all of us, for Station, for Matt, for our listeners.
Yes.
We want you to share with our listeners where they can find you on social media, where they can find the book, where they can contact you if they want to use you for voiceovers, and all of that good stuff. Can you take a minute and share that with them?
Actually, I'm doing a page for the artwork because I want to continue on with donations for St. Jude's Children's Hospital. I want to help my babies going forward, the little ones now, and so that should be shortly. And the voiceover website will be in place in a couple of weeks, and that's all caps ArleneMcGuire.net. I'm not sure what the painting will be, but I'm on Facebook at Arlene McGuire.
Yes, she is.
Facebook is probably the best place to message me or just talk to me right there, send me whatever it needs to be. Facebook is probably the best until everything else falls into place.
And she does pay very much attention to her Facebook, so yes, you can contact her there on Facebook under Arlene McGuire. That's ARLENEM, capital M, lowercase c, uppercase GUIRE. That's Arlene McGuire.
Thank you.
Voiceover extraordinaire.
Thank
So, but I hope you have enjoyed our time here.
I have.
And we have immensely enjoyed your time. Enjoyed our time. Miss Kesha?
Yes?
Anything?
Oh, I thought I just did something.
You're always doing something.
You guys are
No,
so fun.
I just like to say that we're just glad to have her aboard, and everything that she's doing. We really appreciate it, and we enjoy the things that she's bringing aboard. So I'm just looking forward to the things that is coming forth.
I'm thankful, and again, I'm so looking forward to this time. I'm looking forward.
What you say?
Hello?
Me?
Yeah, hey there. How is you?
Aunt Maybelline?
Oh, yeah, that's me here.
You showed up, and we're out. So
you're out? Where's we going?
Well, you're going back to your room.
Yes.
Yes, because you just took your municipals, and it's time for you to go to bed.
I only took 2.
Well, if you took 2, you probably took 4.
No, I took 2.
You always.
Wait a minute, I hear somebody out there yapping.
Yes, and she's our guest.
What you yapping at?
You're not supposed to be talking to our guest right now. We are Paul and I.
Young lady, I done told you
what
about
did you do with Paul? Where is
went
Paul?
to go pay the water bill.
Oh, well, tell him to come back to the phone because you're messing with our guest.
Not at all. I'm loving every minute of
Her
it.
name is Miss Arlene.
Oh, I mean, how
Yes.
you doing? I mean,
That's me. I'm doing well, enjoying the time with you.
This Miss Maybelline here. How you? It's I mean.
Yes,
So you Armenian?
Yes, I am.
No, she's not Arlene. She's Arlene.
Oh, where you leaning to, girl? I told you about
leaning.
leaning. I told you.
She's
You
not
need to stop
leaning.
drinking that stuff to make you leaning. See?
Maybelline.
Bubba done been giving you some of that stuff again. I'm going to get on him. I'm going to get on him.
Aunt Maybelline, it's time for you to go back to bed. Thank you.
Oh, I'm 79 years old. How you going to tell me to go to bed? I'm old enough to whip your tail, child.
That's okay, but you need to go back to bed.
Look, girl.
Aunt Maybelline, I promise you I'll bring you some milk and cookies if you go back to bed.
Really?
Mama has
Yes,
spoken.
I'll bring you some milk and cookies.
Warm milk?
Okay, good night.
After we pay the show. After we finish the show.
Are you gonna fix that warm milk up the way that Aunt Maybelline like it?
Yes, it's gonna be nice and hot.
Oh, no, you know what I'm talking about, girl. I might be sanctified, but I need a little something to get the spirit going. You know, child.
I love it.
Well, okay. I'll put
Maybelline.
I'll put her
Honey,
on
why you let her get on the phone again?
Yes, she needs to go back to her bedroom.
Goodness gracious. I'm sorry.
Miss Arlene, I'm sorry.
That's hilarious.
She just shows up out of the blue. We don't know what to do.
I don't know what to do with her.
I
think she's trying to make her debut again.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She needs to debut herself back in her room.
I'm telling you. But listen, audience, you've been tuned in here. You'll have to excuse our aunt. You know, she's visiting from Florida. We left Florida. We thought we left her there.
And she shows up
she came
at the bus station.
Yeah, and I had to go pick her up. You know, I can't leave the poor lady at the bus station.
Well, we're thinking about it.
I hear you back there talking about me now, Paul.
See, she's still talking in the background.
She won't be quiet.
Well, I'm glad she did. That was very nice. I love it.
But listen, y'all been tuned in to It's Live to the point. I tell you, it's been live here tonight.
Yeah.
We have enjoyed our guest, Arlene McGuire. Arlene, we will have to have you back again real soon. And we want you to hang out in the green room with us while we're closing up here. Yes. And we're going to meet you over there in the green room. Again, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And we're going to meet you over in the green room.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you, honey, it's been an awesome, awesome show tonight with Miss Arlene. And I am so looking forward to having her come back on the show again and hearing what she's doing. And I'm hoping that she's going to be coming out with another book, that bedtime stories, because that'll be in my ear.
Mm-hmm. What we're going to have to do is have her read put some of her stories or her poems on cassette tape for Aunt Maybelline, and maybe it'll keep her asleep the next time we interview her.
I don't know.
Or maybe 8-track.
We're going to have to hide Aunt Maybelline's phone or
I know, right? She just keeps calling in. I don't know how she's getting the number.
I don't know.
She amazes me all the time.
I'm going to have to take that cell phone away from her.
Yes, you are.
I'm going to have to take it away.
And if she needs 911, we'll call for her.
Yes. Now, we don't want to call 911 on her. We remember the last time we did that. But
I know,
anyway, so, but we had a great show here tonight.
Yes, we did.
Please make sure y'all continuously listen to Sensational Sounds Radio. We do air 24/7, and you just don't want to miss that. Hey, we have some great guests coming up in the month of March. We do not want you to miss any of our shows. We got Larry W. Robinson. We have Doreen Lewis. We have Lady Karen coming. Oh, my goodness. We have Benita Bellamy Kelly coming. We just have so many different cool artists coming to stop in the studio here with us. So you don't want to miss a show. But we are going to have to let you go for now. You've been tuned in here to Live to the Point with Paul and Kesha. And if you can't get to the point of it,
then what's the sense of it?
God bless y'all listeners. We love you, and we'll see you on next week.
Good night.
Good night.
Live to the Point with Paul and Kesha.